Apart from the Anthony Hopkins view of taking a role, are you on the front? Are you on the first page? Are you in the middle? Or are you on the last page? Then it's worth doing it.
Well, I've never seen the play, and I've never done an Arthur Miller before, so those were two reasons to do it.
There's no definitive Joe Keller. There's no definitive Kate Keller. It's what you bring to it as well. What your story, your fears, your understanding of it.
He's not going to marry her. It's got that about him.
Well, so what?
What's going on here, Joe?
I think we've got a terrific, amazing cast, really. It's a really strong cast of people and what they bring. I think the older I get, the more I understand that casting isn't necessarily about what you think you can do with a part. It's what somebody observes in you that you need to draw out. It comes from you, in a way.
But why, Kate?
Because certain things have to be and certain things can never be.
I think with Walter, I think he's extremely observant and he's extremely, he's willing, certainly at the moment, to try any direction, to take anything to, and he'll use all sorts of little things. Yesterday we did a scene in which we started using eating an apple in the scene as a, and it transformed it.
What's the matter with brooch?
It's not English.
Well, when I went to night school, it was brooch.
Well, in day school, it's brown.
All right, don't surround me.
I work from chaos to something much more specific.
Mom! It was his voice.
But I do things like make lists. I make lists of what the character says about himself, what he says about other people, and what other people say about him, and what he says about other things.
I was like the expert on the jail situation. And as time passed, they got it confused, and so I ended up a detective.
Except he didn't get it confused.
Sometimes I write a character history, a story, just an event maybe around that a little bit.
And I walk down the street, very slow, with a smile.
We've had a brilliant dialect coach. So she's come in and sort of reinforced certain particularities for this accent, which, funnily enough, when you're sitting with her, you tend to be able to do. And then when you get up and the adrenaline of actually trying to do all the other things takes over, you forget. But if you've got the rules there for you to learn, we can go back and hone that and hone that and hone that. And it's almost like reconditioning your mouth to obey.
You know, I don't know about New York, but there was a man that, there was a whole half-page about a man, this is longer than Larry, turned up from Burma.
I work with which Diana mentioned the other day, was with Max Staver Clark, and who does a thing called actioning, which is you action every sentence or every line that you can. So you don't play a state. It's what technique you're using to get your point across to somebody else. So it's an active transitive verb, like pushes, forces, prods, questions, probes, defends, stalls, stops. So you go, and what you would do then is that you'd say the action and then the sentence and see whether the line fits the action. It works generally, I think, more if you do it as a group.
I personally find with actioning that it's a fantastic tool, especially when you are having trouble with the line and you don't know why you're having trouble. And if you go back and you look, why am I saying this line, and really, really examine it, you find probably you have the wrong action. You're saying it for the wrong reasons. Yeah. So you have to redefine why you say it, and then it'll slot into place.
Acting is such an open book. It's what's meat for somebody is fish for another person. It's how you get there. A good writer is extremely easy to learn because he's thought about what the logic of the part is. And again, on the other hand, we're all illogical. There are moments when we scan off somewhere else. So it's a kind of journey in the dark, really, but with a bit of a torch. Yeah.